notifications again because I'm I'm sorry. I'm assuming a lot of you are like probably irritated because of how like there is six different notifications going on Discord right now. Um, saying Maeve just uploaded a video. Go check it out. Yeah, please
Alright.
don't mind it.
Alright.
But I guess we could keep the videos up. Um, they'll add a delete like maybe one or two, but
Right.
it is what it is. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll only read what we can get done. And if, we can't get this done, we'll put this to a pause and do more tomorrow.
Alright.
Um, for another reason, it's raining, so it can be a lot of things. But
Right.
um, so going back to Genesis 8, um, so basically,
Alright.
the one thing that I loved about the entire chapter was that instead of destroying the entire earth, um, come on, brain. So instead of just like, destroying the earth to punish people, because that is what God did, um, he had decided that after Noah and his family and all the every living animals went out the ark because of the great flood, when Noah and his family repopulates the entire earth again, he will no longer destroy it and just learn to accept the evil of this world and to face it, no matter how hard that it is. That's exactly what I loved about the entire chapter because it just brings back like um me learning about the people in my life that I've ever hung around with that I would always please to stay and like stick around. And because of that, um, I never knew like this is something I'll have to face for the rest of my entire life and learn how to like cope with it. Not that I'm saying to, forget about it, because, I understand it can be painful, but the hardest way to say it is just to like accept the pain and to embrace the pain. I mean, like when I first told Greg, like, of all the things that I went through
Right.
when I was like growing up, and like I mentioned y'all about in one of my testimonial videos, I believe. I'm not sure what episode it was, but I was talking about it and going through like physical abuse, emotional abuse, and me getting into all these friendships and relationships that weren't of God or anything that aligned with the Bible. And because I've learned the hard way to embrace the pain and to like flourish and to grow from it, it taught me how not to be around certain people that aren't really good for me,
Right.
which that I will say to you too as well, Max, because I don't want you to be hanging around with certain people that will deceive you, lie to you, treat you any different, and for you to be a certain person that you're not. And so I don't want you or anyone here to, experience that or face that, but one way or another, you probably will, just to learn how to like build yourself up each time that you go through all these obstacles and stuff like that. And if that's not simple enough, then I don't know what is. And this is just me
Right.
telling y'all the truth because I love to help other people. Because like I used to be a mentor on Facebook and to like guide people on how to build themselves up and how to like make better choices for themselves, because like though I always provide the best of advice for other people, I've never taken my own advice, which is shocking to me because like I've always helped a lot of people, but just never really helped myself, and that's something that like I need to start doing. I mean, not that I'm saying I don't do that now, but it's like a 50-50. But yeah, so it's just like this also applies to Mr. Cam, this also applies to Greg, and I want for, all of us to like
Right.
remember like no matter what gets in our way, there's always a way to prevent that, you know?
Right.
So like I just want for you, Greg, to always remember like no matter who enters in your life, who tries to influence you to do something that you feel uncomfortable with, depending on what it is. Um, Learn to realize on the people that you're hanging around, even if you see the good in them and
Right.
there's no red flags, still be aware of your surroundings and keep your friend group small. Because me, like, I love to get to know everyone and talk to everyone, but like, well, it's not a bad thing, but like, still, you gotta remind yourself like not everyone's your friend
I agree.
because
Yeah.
they'll claim like, oh, they're your bestie, they're your friend, and they love you and care about you, but then they do the complete opposite of a best friend or a friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep your eyes out for that. Um, and so in Genesis 9, it says the new beginning. God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, have many children, fill the earth with your people. Every animal on earth, every bird in the air, every animal that crawls on the ground, and every fish in the sea will be afraid of you. All of them will be under your control. In the past, I gave you the green plants to eat. Now every animal will also be food for you. I'll give you everything on earth. It is yours. But I give you one command. You must not eat meat that still has its life, basically blood in it. And I believe this is the chapter where it talks about the food chain, what to eat and what not to eat. Because there is like something I want to like show y'all whenever I um I'll probably like send it to the Blessing Hour Discord server that I just made recently. Um, but for y'all to like, join that is if you join that Discord like right over there, basically right in front of us. Um, but as I continue, it also says, also, I will demand your blood for your lives. That is, I will demand the life of any person or animal that takes a human life. God made humans to be like himself, so whoever kills a person must be killed by another person. Have many children and fill the earth with your people. Then God said to Noah and his sons, I now make my promise to you and to your people who will live after you. I make my promise to all the birds and to all the cattle and to all the animals that came out of the boat with you. I make my promise to every living thing on earth. This is my promise to you. All life on the earth was destroyed by the flood, but that will never happen again. A flood will never again destroy all life um on the earth. And God said, I will give you something to prove that I made this promise to you. It will continue forever to show that I have made an agreement with you and every living thing on earth. I am putting a rainbow in the clouds as proof of the agreement between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, you will see the rainbow in the clouds. When I see this rainbow, I will remember the agreement between me and you and every living thing on the earth. This agreement says that a flood will never again destroy all life on the earth. When I look and see the rainbow in the clouds, I will remember the agreement that continues forever. I will remember the agreement between me and every living thing on the earth. So God said to Noah, this rainbow is proof of the agreement that I made with all living things on earth. And then the last thing it says, problems began again. Noah's sons came out of the boat with him. Their names were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three men were Noah's sons, and all the people on earth came from these three sons. Noah became a farmer and planted a vineyard. One day, Noah made some wine, he got drunk, went to his tent, and took off all his clothes. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw that his father was naked and told his brothers who were outside the tent. Shem and Japheth took a robe, put it across their shoulders, and walked backward into the tent. Then they covered their father without looking at him. Later, Noah woke up. He was sleeping because of the wine. When he learned what his youngest son Ham had done to him, he said, may there be a curse on Canaan. May he be a slave to his brothers. In that little bubble right there, it says Canaan, Ham's son. The people of Canaan lived along the coast of Palestine, Lebanon. That's how I'm going to pronounce it for now. But if I said it weirdly or mispronounced it, I'm sorry. In Syria. Later, God gave this land to the Israelites. And so Noah said, may the Lord, the God of Shem, be praised. May Canaan be Shem's slave. May God give more land to Japheth, Shem's tents. And may Canaan be their slave. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. He lived a total of 950 years. Then he died. And so I just want to ask you, Greg and Cam, like, based on the two chapters that I just read, um, because chapter 8 was basically when the flood ends, because of Noah and his family went into the ark, forgot to destroy the earth to end evil. So for Noah and his family to repopulate the earth. What did you think about those two chapters that I just read?
I think like within those two chapters, I take like a sign of great trust because it's like you have to believe what one man says, and it's like a strong test against belief. People tend to like not believe what one man has to say about the other, and
Mm,
it's hard to believe a guy who tells you to get on an ark, and have his own family, trust him in that too, have that faith.
right.
That's what I take from it. That's what I took from
Mm.
those two chapters. A great form of trust, to summarize it.
And so, what did you also think about that, Cam? Like,
Uh, I have to agree with what he's saying.
okay. Um, and so what? And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Um, and because like of how it's said about the evil of this earth, right? And going back to Genesis 1, where Jesus had like created this earth, And then somewhere later on in either 2 or 3 where it was like talking about like the tree of life, and then
Mhm.
the other tree, which is the knowledge of good and evil, because Eve took the apple just because the enemy deceived her and lied to her about, you know, um, because he was like lying about like you'll just be like God, you'll be God, and like because he deceived her and lied to her about that, and because sin and evil has passed down upon us, what can we do different today? Do any of you know? I'm
Mm,
actually surprised.
no.
Really? Not even one thing that we can do different because of how like evil this world is.
I mean, I do know a lot of things. I can name a lot of
Okay.
things, but people have questioned things like that. Like, what if we all got together and, stopped caring about money or, the root of all evil and stuff like that? Like, what if we all get along and there's no more war? Like, we all question stuff like that, and, like, none of it's changed. It got progressively worse. We're
Mm.
very limited source of, like, we have very little supply of resources, populations are dying, and it's crazy. And global warming, it just gets progressively worse. And it's like we all ask for those things to change. We even try to make a change, but it's like our voices aren't even enough due to
Mm.
mankind, you know?
Yeah. What about you, Cam? Like, what can we do different today because of how we sin and because of how evil this world is? Like, how can
Um,
we as people like overcome that?
as people, I'd say, like make people change.
Okay. Because to me, in my honest opinion, I feel like it's kind of similar to what like Greg was saying, because like if we come into unity and to like collect
Right,
the people who are suffering, who feels
right,
lost and needs to be found and need for their voices to be heard, I feel like we should like get together
right.
and talk about the things, maybe not all the things, but talk about the things that we feel deeply ashamed about, the things that we've ever done in our lives or ever said in
Yeah.
our lives, and to go around and ask each other, like, what can we do to work on it together
Right.
and to help each other? And I
Hmm.
also feel like we should carry of all this weight to the Lord and to
Right.
pray to Him about it, surrender that, and to make better changes for our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Because, like, yes, we do have a free will, but it's
Hmm.
only for those who wants to choose for what's right for themselves. So it's either
Right.
they continue to live in that sin and continue to live a life that's evil, or they can choose the life that God can give us.
Right.
So that's just, my input, my thoughts on it. Dang.
I agree.
I had to go that
Agree.
deep because I had to let that sink in for a minute. It's just like, because of this very evil and the sins, not not only us, but even for our friends
Right.
and family, like that we want for those amazing people, the people that we love and care about, to turn their lives to Christ, but
Right.
though they have a choice, it's sickening, it's sad, the fact that like not even our friends or family wants to turn their lives to Christ,
Mm.
especially for our own blood and our
Right.
family bloodline. Like, y'all gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was that family for a while. I mean, took a while for me to turn to God, but I'm glad I found my way back.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm atoning for my sins. I
yeah,
want to make amends, have redemption.
Boy.
cause
I really want that redemption.
yeah, and here's another thing too, cause when you're on a journey with Christ and building a close relationship with Him, you are
Right.
not able to take a lot of the people or a lot of the things that you can take with you towards your future. The people,
Right.
the things that will stick and stay. Because when you
Right.
surrender, you submitting yourself to the Lord and giving Him your entire life, everything, you will
Mm-hmm.
lose those people. You will lose the things that ever made you happy. And
Yep.
that would come to a point where God is going to test you and to put you
Mm-hmm.
in the isolation, excuse me, in the isolation stage
Right.
until you find yourself and to make yourself happy and to love yourself, to put you first amongst
Mm-hmm.
all the things of all the people that had ever made you feel so low about yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, even here's another thing too. If I hadn't received this on TikTok, I don't know how I would even apply it to my life. And so, here's what I kind of learned, if I can find it. Okay, so it's only like just a few pictures. I'll send it to you, Cam, and you as well, Greg.
All right.
And so it says every test you face is preparing you for what you prayed for. So listen up.
Right.
If you ever pray to God for patience, you're going to face delays.
Mm-hmm.
If you pray to God and you've asked for love, you're going to learn how to stand
Mm-hmm.
strong on your own.
Right.
If you've been praying to God for peace, you're going to be tested with chaos.
Right.
If you prayed for discipline, distractions will keep coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
If you pray for wisdom, you're going to be tested with difficult choices. And if you prayed to God about strength. You're going to be tested with hardship. And if that's
Right.
not what you've asked for, then where does it come from? Because you're going to be questioning yourself, like, where is this coming from? Like, why
Right.
am I going through this much? I feel weak. I feel like I'm going crazy trying to make these choices that just seem so difficult and confusing.
Right.
Just all the things that you pray for, this is exactly what God is going to do. And it's going to help you to reach towards your full potential. He's not doing it to hurt you. He's doing that because he loves you and is to shape you to be the person that you need to be.
Right.
And I hope that makes a lot more sense on why you're going through all these things.
Right.
Do y'all feel about that now?
It hits, it hits like it hits home run for where I'm at because like
Right.
I just started last year, and
Mm,
I'm no one really you know I'm no one really of his deserving at all because of what I did and stuff stuff I still do, and it's just like it's because where I came from, and I just want to change all that, but
mm.
I ain't gonna be the same, you know. I'm still looking, and even through all that, I get blessings. So it's like I'm like at the same time I'm making amends for my sins, but also fighting demons that are still there.
Right.
Mm.
To summarize it all, and it's like I
Right.
still have faith, and that's the thing that keeps me strong. So yeah,
Right.
that like that hits the home from. I get all that from that player. I can relate.
Like,
Right.
everything is going to be okay. It may not be at the moment, but it will be. And just like it says in the Bible, you may not know what God is doing, but soon you will.
Right.
He always has a plan and he's going to bless you. He got you. But since it's been past 7:30, it is now 7:44. Um, let's see. I'm glad I managed to push through this entire stream, fighting
Without
back and forth with
crashing.
the enemy, because I kept crashing. Um,
It's all good. Technology doesn't work in these days anyway. Keep
I
going.
know. Like, I thought, man, I was not gonna lie, I was mad,
Yeah, we could tell.
but
You
I was
kept
raging
raging.
hardcore.
You was like, I bet you were like, God damn it.
But it's okay though, because
uh,
it actually helped with my patience a little bit. Because, like, I wasn't going to
even though,
give up
like,
there.
wait, did you crash for a third time as well?
Um, yeah, I did, and then it became 5 or 6. I don't know, I lost
Was it
count.
like after every ever sins you were saying?
Huh?
Was it after like after every sins you were saying?
I know, like, what in the heck?
I know Greg was
So
recording it. Oh,
yeah, I clipped it.
You still need to send that clip to me.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah, I'm
see
waiting
that
for it to
clip. That was
upload.
hilarious.
Alright.
I gotta upload.
Had me dying.
I'm glad that nobody came into my room and was like, "Hey, can you like shut up?" Though I was like screaming my head off, just raging at the game. I was like, "Bro,
Yeah, you work.
No.
But I really do appreciate the
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
but I appreciate y'all for like stopping by, for watching, and for listening in. Though we just say like we had a blackout, but hey, it's cool. It's
Yeah, we
cool.
had a black, yeah. So,
It's alright.
what days
Yeah,
you usually do
like
the
what Greg said.
podcast
It's
on?
alright. It's alright.
So,
But
maybe, well,
tomorrow,
what day do you guys usually do the podcast stuff? Just
basically
like every
daily
week?
from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, of course. I just have to like interview you and like because I do hiring events next week. Yeah, next week. Because after this week is over and after Monday, we're going to like start hiring more people to be part of the podcast or who would want to be a staff. I still need to remove like 2 people out of the corners, but if you do well as host and you get a little upgrade to be mod or corner, you can get like a bonus. You can like get key earnings
Also, one more
if you
thing,
earn
Mavis,
my.
you forgot to give me co-owner of your club, of the
I
Forbidden
didn't
Club.
forget. Wait, hold on. In this room?
No, in the club, like your Forbidden Club club.
Yeah, I need to do that because I've been wanting to ask you. Um, but yeah. So like, I'll definitely do an interview and let you get the chance to like come up here. But here are the rules though. If you're trying to be a staff, I truly do hope you understand that you cannot disrespect any of my staff members or the people that comes in here and visit
Okay.
and listen in to the podcast because I do not tolerate any disrespect whatsoever. And another thing, and this is like kind of a new rule to the code of conduct. Besides the code of conduct, I will not tolerate people coming in here and say, "Oh, hail Satan." Yeah, no, because you will be banned for that. Which does not include like wearing outfits in here that represents the devil, because like it's clothing in a video game.
All hell Satan's. What the heck?
Like I said, you would have to be a staff, or if you want to be part of the podcast and like join us whenever like we start reading the Bible, then yeah, of course. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna like wrap this up and just say thank you guys so much for watching and listening in. If you enjoyed my raging, and me crashing and reading the Bible, hit that subscribe button.
I definitely did enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Give this a big thumbs up. Comment below on your favorite Bible verse. And turn on your notifications so you don't miss whenever I go live again daily from 6 to 7:30 Eastern time. And it is required for you to join the Discord server if you are a staff, because it is necessary to moderate, to make sure everyone's cool in the Discord as well. Join that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, because we're going to be reading, well, actually reflecting Genesis 9, and then we're going to read Genesis 10 to, let's say, 12. But all right, God bless y'all, and you have a great day.